in a few moments. Alright, so how was everybody's day? Did you guys root around, fling a little shit? If you did, fantastic. If not, do better tomorrow. So, the first topic I'd like to disseminate, articulate, spitball, move my lips and my mandible about, is for all of those who are uninformed, let me inform you because I'm your daddy. So grab onto a nipple and grab some popcorn. Since 2007, I have been of the strong opinion that there's been a bigger than Jeremy Sebald. That's big, right? Oh no, she didn't! A conspiracy involving myself. And this conspiratorial influence, they thought that I was doing something that maybe I was, maybe I wasn't, who knows, it's hard to remember way back when, but never, no, they never harvested any fruit from their investigations, right? So then after that, then a federal agency picked it up, and it's been, tossed around to federal agency. Finally, in 2012, in my opinion, the Central Intelligence Agency, DOD, at this point, who gives a fuck? It's a semantic argument. Picked up the investigation. I've had many attempts in my life. I have, any and everything that could happen to a person, I've experienced it. And it has come to your daddy's attention that because the powers that be, now think about this, just think about this logically, because, even my mind, ejaculates a little bit just thinking about this. Now, I have literally had every federal agency, even some I did not know existed, investigate me in some capacity. Whether it's, the soup over here, the soup over there. And, they've tried everything they could in their power to fuck me in every way. And now it's come to your daddy's attention that, they're getting frustrated and they're just gonna, straight up just kill me or do something not so pleasant. Now, as many of you have realized that I'm not an idiot. I think Alright, so we're back live here. Anyway, so my mama didn't raise an idiot, and this stream is probably gonna fucking suck, so I do not apologize. Contact AT&T and your federal government for the crappiness of this stream. Also contact the YouTube and Jackie Alaworski, just because she's a cunt. Always be bothering her. So the federal government, they're just getting, straight up irritated that, they can't get me, and it's bothering them at the highest levels. And so I would like to say a message to the federal government as a whole. So I've had my home and my vehicle broken into a multitude of times. And there have been certain situations where I have seen things go disappearing, from my residence. We'll use that as an example. And several of these things were requests that I had gotten from the St. Joseph County law enforcement, just laying around. And I think I was in jail for a couple of weeks. And I come home and all my CDs that I got from the county are gone. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? So I did a little homework, and nobody else except for, the governmental entities had been in my, well, you know, the place where I stay. Man, the place where I stay, yo, my people's place, you feel me? And so obviously the powers that be are looking for something. Okay, now, you're looking in the wrong place, I'll just be honest with you. And so let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's go down to memory lane. I will not give you specifics of dates, times, or events. And I have to change a few names to protect individuals. But let's just say, at some juncture in my life, I may or may not have been involved in a business where billions and billions and billions of dollars were made illegally. I'll give you that much. And I personally was responsible for making a little over $4 billion for an organization. Okay? And way back when, how do I put this kindly? Some documents may or may not have been put on a picnic table. And I may or may not have scooped them up. So before, you know, the alleged scooping of these documents, it may or may not exist, you know, maybe a question was asked, like, you know, may or may not, what the fuck are these documents? And, you know, there may or may not have been an answer, something to the extent of, oh, classified information, yada, blah, blah, blah. So, I may or may not have scooped them up and may or may not have, you know, disseminated those to, over 200 individuals across the globe. And I made numerous copies and, you know, put them places. May or may not have. Always have plausible deniability. So, that is what the government is looking for. Now, if they are or are not, I have no knowledge of anything. I'm stupid. I'm stupid about nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing. And for my older audience, that's who? That's Sergeant, who is it? Who is it? I know nothing. I know nothing. Who is it, people? Sergeant. Come on, you can say it. Anyway, so if my federal government, you know, woo! All right, we're back live. So, if I were in charge of the southern border, I could get it secure for about $1 billion. Now, the southern border, I believe, is what, like 12,000, I don't even fucking know, 1,000 miles of fucking terrain, okay? And not all of the terrain is, you know, you can't use the same approach for, say, San Diego as you can El Paso, etc., etc. And, you know, I think a technology needs to be used and some other creative solutions, and you can secure that fucking border. Maybe not. That would be a horrible life decision at this point. To leave the United States, you know, I might as well shoot my head in the, you know, I can't talk. I might as well shoot myself in the head 5 times. I'm not suicidal, though. Never be suicidal. It's an expression. But I could secure the southern border for about $1 billion and $100 million in upkeep. Anyway, so how this is relevant to my situation is I theorize since 2007 And I'm talking all in. I'm talking state dollars, local dollars, county dollars, federal dollars, black budget. I'm talking every fucking latte, every hotel room, every airline ticket, every fucking expense that these governmental agents, because they gotta eat, they gotta sleep, they get an hourly, wage, etc., etc., etc. Okay? Now, I guesstimate, a conservative guesstimation is over $12 billion. To put that into perspective, and people argue with me, that just can't be. Well, if anybody to prove me of, let's just use the CIA's black budget is accounted for, I would like anybody, I think you guys should all write and call Senator Mark, I believe his name is Mark Warner. He's out of Virginia, and I believe he's either the majority or minority chairperson of the Senate Intelligence Committee, and they usually, handle CIA affairs and, bullshit. Go try to get a FOIA request from anybody about, how much the CIA spends on their black budget a year, and you'll get a nice, polite, go fuck your dead mother, because, you can't get that information. So, so basically, so way back when, I made an agreement. On this I did do. I made an agreement with some gentlemen, and the agreement was that I would not, if a time ever came where I was forced to name names or anything, I would never do so. And I have not. I have lived up to that agreement. In exchange for said loyalty, if you call it, but it's a business decision. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. I'm not coming, by the way, to my destination. Hold on a minute. So, an agreement was made of such where if I were killed or, if something happened to me that was untoward, then those who are responsible will be dealt with. And what I mean by dealt with, I basically, tortured and some unpleasant things would happen to, hypothetical individuals if I ever hypothetically died. Or, was put in prison or whatever the life-altering choice that was made. Now, that is up and open to interpretation from my powers that be to determine and to get to the bottom of what needs to be done. But my point of it is, though, if the CIA were to just shoot me in the head tonight or tomorrow, that doesn't change anything. It really doesn't. And I would never beg for my life because 1, I'm stubborn, 2, I have too much pride, and 3, go shoot me in the head. I don't care. Torture me, shoot me. At 35 years old and the shit I've been through, don't care. Don't really care. Now, that doesn't mean I don't want to live. I just, I don't care about it. I've thought about it. I've come to terms with it, and, I'm cool with it. But anyway, I basically, if I am killed, all of the individuals who were responsible, they will pay. And I'll just leave it at that, because if I go any further, then it becomes a whole legal, situation, and, state filed. We're not going there. Anyway, so we're going to end the CIA talk. We're going to segue. Okay, so I had court today. And anytime I go to Crown Point, I always put on my whites underneath my clothes, white shirt, white boxers, white socks, because in jail they'll let you keep, your whites, you know what I mean? And I continued to see if there was any napping. No, so I made, because the other foot, then that maybe a hip was out of place, or so the first thing I noticed is that there were things off to the right hand side. The one foot, keep in mind, there I guesstimated. And, the one cop, he's already got his, fuck your dead mother fighting gloves on. Those black gloves, and he's all ready to go. And, nobody's acting out of control. He just has his gloves on. And the other observation, there's hot. I mean, hot fucking blonde in her early 20s. Oh, nice ass. Thin as fuck, a full B cup. Oh, the stomach, she was trying to dress in a conservative manner, but I could tell she's got a rockin' body under there. But unfortunately for your daddy, she's governmental agent, and I didn't even try to pursue, because it would end probably in civil litigation or another restraining order. Anyway, so I finally met with my attorney, Paul E. Stanko. I think that's his name, Paul Stanko for sure. E or A, I don't even know. And Mr. Stanko is an older gentleman. And I had tried to call Mr. Stanko fucking since December, since he was appointed. And I never got a hold of him. So I had sent, so this is kind of like, God telling me something, or, I believe in God. So if you guys don't believe in God, or if you're Jewish, you Jew bastards, you can believe in whoever you want to believe in, and that's fine. Or you can believe in nobody. It doesn't bother me. Your life choices, and mine are mine. But I will always have a nipple for all of my piglets. Anywho, so I talked to my attorney. He did everything I asked him to do, and I kind of had a little PTSD, because he very listened to me. He did everything I asked him to do, and I'm like, wait, what's happening? And Alright, we're back live. I apologize, not really, because this stream's going to be kind of choppy, so, deal with it! Anyway, so Stanko did everything I asked him to do. Decent guy, even though he's a governmental agent, still a decent guy. Now, I do not and will not give my seal of approval on Mr. Stanko quite yet, because I've had this happen before, where lawyers will act good and they'll do what I tell them to do on the onset, then they'll wait, and they'll lay and they'll lie and wait, and then they'll try to fuck me, and it hurts because they don't use any lube, and I bruise easily. So the jury is still out on. I ever ask of any bar member is just do your job. Just do your job. and, you know, we'll get along just fine. So he did his job. The other observation, I was, you know, I was having a little fun with the prosecutor. So the Crown Point city prosecutor, he's a governmental agent, and he's going to do everything. I would say, you know, he's firm and he's fair, but it just comes off like he's a douche. He's fair, though. You know, he ruled on something that, you know, that me and my attorney asked for, and he's been decent, but, you know, he says all this rhetoric and all this bullshit, and, you know, it's just not needed, but, you know, it's better than just being, you know, totally dishonest. What I like to call a professional a-hole, you know, that you can work with that. You know, I can't, you know, work with just a total disgruntled a-hole. Those you have to put out to pasture. Those you cannot deal with. You can't reason with somebody who's unreasonable. So that's why sometimes when he is let off of his leash and he roams around and is left to his own devices, he gets into trouble because he just, you know, doesn't understand, you know, how life works, and he wants it his way, and, you know, he just flings shit everywhere. But anywho, yeah, so the judge was decent. So I was having fun with the prosecutor, so I noticed that the prosecutor, he kept out of the corner of his eye. All right, we're back live. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I was playing musical chairs because I noticed that the prosecutor, that he kept looking back to see where I was. And I basically moved all the courtroom, and the guy's looking, you know, turning. His fat roll, you know, vibrated a few times, and, you know, that was a fun little game fucking with the prosecutor. You know, always be fucking legally with your public officials. Anytime you can, you know, fuck with your public official, I do. There were a lot of fucking lawyers there. I mean, there were a lot of fucking suits. I mean, it was also, you know, it was almost like a fucking convention. There were a lot of suits, a lot of, you know, collapsible, soft briefcases. There were a lot of wingtips. There were a lot of overcoats. There were a lot of black gloves, and there were a lot of scarves. It was unsettling. And, you know, there were some defendants there, and, you know, everybody is in their suits, and I'm like, you know, no. You know, fuck this nonsense. You know, I've been going to court since I was fucking 19, 20 years old, and I never dress up for court. I refuse to dress up for court. Alright, never and when they say all rise, you know, but if I don't have a problem with the judge, I will stay. Let me see any other observations. Basically, everybody in the room was CIA. Not everybody, almost. Then I noticed, shortly after I exited the courthouse, then the 2 Crown Point PD pigs, they flew out of there because, they were there for your daddy. They were there for yours truly. And, people think I'm a violent guy. I am really not violent, I don't like violence, but I will not shy away from violence. If you're going to put your hands on me, then it's time to party, and it's time to turn in my violence because I don't like the consequences that go along with it. Also something else. So the judge, this guy, I don't know where he gets his information from. Maybe talk to his handler, and maybe he should check his daily intelligence briefing. But somehow he keeps, they're insinuating this, that, like, he keeps hinting around and has a few times blatantly said, hey, you know what, you better show up for court. And I'm like, I always show up for court, because if you don't show up for court, then, you're an idiot. Or, you have offshore account and it's time to boogie. But, I don't be running, and, that's just that. But anyway, so he hinted a few times, hinting around, hints and allegations. He seems to think that I have, like, an offshore account someplace full of, like, billions of dollars, because he keeps making comments that are financially motivated, and I'm, I may break my, and, him for some of the shenanigans he's already done. I don't know if I ever not. Also, the other thing that happened in court was the prosecution, they gave, and, I'll even let you, see it. Hold on a moment. Let me find it. Where is it? Wait for it. Wait for it. Where the fuck is it? Where did it go? Is it hiding? Or did somebody steal it? Maybe somebody stole it out of my car. I don't know why they would steal a court document. I don't understand. Hold on a moment. So that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. No. No, no. No, no, no. No. Where is it? File to put in my pocket. Well, anyway, basically, the gist of the plea deal was that they were not an offer. It was a fucking, they tried to rape me, and I basically nicely told them that Mr. Stone will not be entertaining this plea deal. I would have said, what the fuck is wrong with your mother, fatty prosecutor? But, there's the whole contempt of court thing that, kind of stifles me on these things. But, so the offer was, basically a 180 days, so it's a 6 months probation. Yeah, probation's a fucking scam. Probation, it is as firm as my purse. I will not do it, and I will not take probation. So they were offering a 6 months probation. They were offering a $500 fine with a $65 fine. So it's $565 they wanted, plus a $185 for court costs. So do the math on that. So they wanted, you know, let me see, that's what, 6, about, you know, $700 and some odd dollars worth of fees and court costs. And yeah, so I turned it down. I talked to my attorney, and we're gonna do some things and get it straightened out. But yeah, so basically that was my day. Then I made them a snow. It was an error in judgment, and, you know, God forbid I get fucking hungry, and, you know, God forbid I have a somebody sent me a text. I don't fucking understand what the fuck that meant. Anyway, you know, God forbid I ever get hungry. You know, that's horrible. You know, I know I'm a pig and I'm supposed to eat my own shit and all that, but why doesn't the county, you know, what the fuck is wrong with St. Joseph County? Every year it's the same deal. Why can't you motherfuckers plow the roads? That's your job description. Fucking county highway department, plow the roads, fuckers. Anywho, so I got a donut at this donut shop there in downtown Crown Point. And, you know, through my keen sense of, you know, awareness, I immediately recognized that my donut was compromised. So I took a bite and, yeah, had some issues and spit it all out, and, you know, basically donated $1.59 for a donut. And, you know, so you live and learn. You know, God forbid I can actually buy something, you know, at a place of business and not be fucking poisoned. That's horrible. Something else, and I shit you not, you know, I shit all of you not, that every person I had contact with, I mean, well, excuse me, short of a few, there was one chick at the grocery store, I'll tell you about that, who was, you know, she was freaked out, and I was freaked out, and I didn't know quite how to internally process everything. But anyway, you know, almost every person I had contact with in Crown Point, it was just like I was like, it's like I was a black man roaming through a all-white town, you know, prior to 1964. And, you know, that's what it felt like, you know, that, you know, something was horribly wrong. And anyway, so I'm grocery store buying some swine feed. And after this story, I'm going to let you piglets go. Because, you know, I have things to do and I'm at my destination. So, I was at a grocery store, and there was this, she was really cute. She was a cute little bitch. About 5'3", maybe 100 pounds, like, maybe. And she was really cute. And so I was looking at some natural juice. Now, you can, you know, kind of tell, you know, if a chick is gonna stay hot, you know, by the things that are in her grocery cart. You know, she has a lot of greens and all natural shit, you know, vitamins to a certain degree and all that stuff. Oh, and next time I will take you on a tour of a grocery store and how to identify solely by oh fuck, solely by what is in a woman's cart, how much, and even to what size cart she has, if she's single, has a family, and if you should approach her or not. I will do that as a public service announcement. But anyway, so getting back to this bitch. So she was really cute, and I go up and I talk to her, and like I've never had this happen before, because it was innocent and it was cute. There was some mental illness, sprinkled in there, kind of like some seasonal. But I was talking to her, and she looks around like she's a deer in the headlights. Like she was like, me? That type of deal. Like, yeah, you. And I made a few jokes, and she's like, she just was acting like really nervous, like almost like a schoolgirl, type thing. Like she was like, 5 years old. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the fuck is Google doing on my stream? Wait a minute. How the fuck is Google is moderating? Wait a minute. Google, get the fuck off my stream. What the fuck is wrong with you? So Google, I didn't notice this till now because I was driving, but Google, they are deleting your comments, folks. That Google has deleted Kip's comment. They have deleted how's my ass taste comment. I didn't know that Google actually had moderators. Now get the fuck off my channel, Google. What the fuck? These motherfuckers. So let's go back and see who else they fucking kiboshed. Hey, Cautious Bow. So, are you guys aware that Google has their own moderator team? And they're deleting comments. These motherfuckers. Are you guys aware of this? I was unaware of this until right now. This is unbelievable. Google. Hey, Google, I go moderate the Mexicans. Si, señora. That's just unbelievable. Google is moderating people's comments on my channel. What the fuck? Google needs to go, Google needs to go climb, here's what Google needs to do. Google needs to go climb a mountain and then have a serious earthquake happen and then have your CEO killed. Oh, wait, that already happened. My bad. Anyway, so getting back to this bitch. So, so I spoke with her for about 2 minutes, maybe, and, she was just acting. She was acting, like, weird. Well, I was unaware that Google actually self-moderated. So, they need to get off my fucking channel because this is not a Google fucking channel per se. I'm like a subcontractor of Google. So get off my channel, Google! Fuckers! I think you should go back to the Philippines. Everybody from the Philippines speaks like this. Go back to the Philippines and moderate your rice patties, fuckers. What the fuck? Anyway, I have so much ADD going on right now. There's so much going on. So stimuli. I have so much stimuli. I can't even fucking talk. I'm so excited. Oh, and then... So anyway, so to close this bitch out, so I'm talking with her for about 2 minutes, and I would say that you're getting Kyle right now, and then Swine, comes in and shits all over the place periodically. But right now, I think this is Kyle. I don't even know. I don't even know because yeah, Anywho, so she was acting weird, but not like in a governmental way. Like, I don't even know. Like, she had bad social anxiety. And, you know, she was just weird. She was, like, twitching a little bit, and she just had, like, you know, these nervous laughs, and I'm like, it was almost, you know, I don't know. I still don't know how to process it, but I did gather, though, she is, I mean, hey, firm, submissive. You know, if any guy who is an alpha male, such as your daddy, you know, choosing a alpha female. I'm for, just please don't tell Swine I don't. I'm for, just please don't. I don't understand what that means. You're 4 years old, or I don't understand. Somebody help me understand what Tammy Burke just said. I don't understand. Yeah, and so if you ever have the opportunity to choose between a alpha female and a submissive, always go the submissive route, because you know subs are so much fun, because you know, dog collars and dog bowls and whips and paddles, and it's really fun. If you're 4 years old, then you need to get off my you know, channel, and I am not liable for any psychological damage. Well, anyway, I said I'd get off here, and I need to make a mental note to do a PSA. You hate swine. You hate swine there. Tammy Burke. I used to be Tammy Burke, but now you've changed your title. No, you fucking hate me. Oh. Yeah, a 40 maybe? No, you're not 40, are you? Fuck out of here. I want to say something else real briefly. And, you know, this is a national problem. Kip made a funny PSA. Is that prostate blood level test? No, a public service announcement, Kip. You sick bastard, you. I like it, though. How's my ass taste? Says, I hate Kyle, not swine. I don't understand. Like, you know, Kyle is nice. He's cuddly. He's sympathetic. He's every, you know, female's dream. Like, do you like Swine, who's an asshole? You know, Swine's the type of guy that that would literally go to your mother's house, put her, you know, in the act of consent, put her on an office chair, you know, be banging her, and then, you know, wheel her in the chair to the fridge, and then drink all your beer and eat all your food while banging your mother, like Swine's unruly. Anyway, you guys, maybe that's creative. Public sexual arousement? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Karma will get me. Oh, karma's gonna get me. You know, speaking of karma, well, I'm gonna save my my happy days. That is egregious, class with bow. Oh, I have a question. Well, more of a statement for you there. My favorite fake Asian. You need to have a conversation with your bearded ginger. He seems to think, and I don't understand the logic behind this, but he seems to think we're talking about James Freeman. And it drives us fucking insane. It truly does. That he tries to compare his YouTube channel to his personal property, such as his home, his truck, his business, etc. Okay? And there's really no other analogy that he should be putting to his YouTube channel, because there's one thing, and I mean one thing, and only one thing, uno, not a dos, an uno, that James claims to be a constitutionalist or a protector of the First Amendment, okay? Now, follow me down this road, because a lot of people don't understand this. I do, of course, because I'm your daddy, but most don't. That if you're going to, protect the Constitution, in particular the First Amendment, then you've got to put up, upon the good and the bad. And I rarely censor people, only, I don't even know what that means. Oh, so you bitched and bitched and bitched. Wait a minute. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? You got your wrench. You bitched and bitched and bitched. You cried. There was a lot of, spilt fucking fat that's been rendered. There you have your wrench. Go crazy with it. Yeah, go have fun. Anywho, so James seems to think anyway, so James seems to think that his YouTube channel is the equivalent to his home, where as if he doesn't like something on his YouTube channel, he can have, Boomer, who's a dried up old nasty cunt, who needs to, she needs to go down to the bayou and, meet with the Cajuns. Hey, how you doing there, Joe? They talk like that. Exactly like that. And you can't understand those, fuckers. They speak between a French and Creole southern backwoods mix that you cannot understand, but maybe a word of it. Like, hey, how you doing there? Go down the ramp and go get some Gatorade. And I mean, it's just there's so much going on there. So, James seems to think that, and he can do this, but I don't do this. People can say anything they want on my channel. You can make fun of me, however you want to do it. That's fine, because I value your constitutional rights just as much as I do. Well, our constitutional rights, because there's two entities. No. I will not be doing that, no. I'm sure that will give you great joy. Oh, hey, my Slim Fatty, are you aware that fucking Google, that they have their own moderating team? Because I was unaware of this. They were moderators from Google who were blocking people's comments on my stream. That's egregious. Are you aware of this? Fuck this nonsense. Anyway, so I don't understand how James thinks that his YouTube channel, and the operative word, is his, but how he can, have his moderators or block people because he doesn't like their content, and then allegedly support the Constitution. As far as I'm concerned, there is that you can't have your cake and fuck your side bitch at the same time. You can't do it. Either you got to eat your cake or fuck your side bitch. Can't have both. Can't be doing both. And that's what James and others, they want to have everything their way. And, I personally think, and I have done this before, people, they get mad at me. But, I need to start like a separate channel. How's my ass taste? The only time I ever block anybody is if you're saying things that could be criminally liable, or if you guys are just really out of control. I mean, I'm not saying that I never block anybody, but I want my moderators to block anybody. They're just there to push my PayPal. Hey there, Slim James. Can you post my PayPal there, fatty? Oh, of course you won't, because you'd be conspiring. Never mind. Yeah, so... so I don't get the whole distinction that James, thinks that, that his YouTube channel is his property, and I'm gonna block people if they don't kiss my beard. And I'm like, James, go fuck your wife. If you don't, I will. And that's all I got to say. So anyway, let's read some comments real quick, see if you guys have anything productive to say. Let me see here. Kidera, I'm triggered. Why you be triggered? Never be being triggered. I feel sorry for James. He needs to quit having kids. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? A Clash with Bao says public swine harassment. Karma will get you. I think I am one of the most karmically clean individuals because, I mean, believe it or not, I really treat everybody in my everyday life off of YouTube in a courteous and appropriate manner if they're going to extend that to me. So, my karmic situation is cleaner than a preacher's sheets who's been baptized. That's pretty, goddamn clean. I need to... I actually quit saying goddamn so much. First warning. Are you gonna... It's a moderator. You should move to Mexico. No. I get off on tangents, and then, if somebody makes a comment, and then I may see a hot bitch, and I have ADD, or a pussy ADD. So, anyway, you guys, so basically, that story, basically about the female bitch at the grocery store, basically, she said she was in... Well, thank you. I'm in a relationship. And basically, I talked to her for a few more seconds, and that was it. I hit on another bitch at another grocery store who I set on a box in the parking lot and didn't feel like fucking going back up and putting it by the door. And... Yell at the empty car wash. Why would I do such a thing? That's a waste of my greatness. So I hit on this other bitch, and she was of the MILF category. She was not single. She had kids, etc. The whole deal. Anyway, you guys have a lovely and motherfucking lovely. What time is it, people? Hold on a minute. That, you know, my favorite place in a grocery store specifically to go pick up females is, you know, the shampoo aisle. And yes, write that down. Write that down. You know, the shampoo aisle. And the shampoo aisle, the nail accessory aisle, the lotion aisle. But, you know, that is the best place to pick up females. Now, not at Walmart, though. You can't do it at Walmart because that's a lower end of female you'll get. Sometimes you'll get lucky, but you'll always get fucking white trash bitches, or oh, I do declare the black variety. If you like the black and the thick and the bossy, oh yeah, gonna beat you with some poke rinds. Oh, and she gonna pull a razor blade in your pussy out of her pussy and put it in your pussy. Yeah. So anyway, only lubes. I don't. I would not advise. Now you guys are getting creative. I like the comments. Well, I mean, you know, if they have, you know, dentures, that's not a horrible situation either, because, you know, take those dentures out and it's all like butter. It's like butter, but, I'm gonna get off here, so, yeah, so you guys have a good one. I will not make you a mod. You're a horrible person. I think, you know, I think that Bao needs to... Oh, I have a question for Bao. Is Bao still there? Yeah, you're still here. Hey, do you claim... do you actually file taxes on your donations? Or do you just kind of, you know, just kind of like, what donations? I don't know any donations. Who's even donating? Or do you actually, you know, claim the minimum amount? Or how do you do your tax evasion, sir? Anyway, you guys have a great one. Oh, wait a minute. So, later, probably, I'd say about an hour and a half after I am well and lubed up, I will be doing a special dedicated to Jeremy. Happy days are here again, part deuce.